read an article recently that said Michael February surfed like melting butter. He's going to have to harden up a little bit here against Jordy Smith, who really surfed well over there at the Corona Valley. Protected, getting his best result of the season. Looking sharp on this first wave. A couple of big backhand jams to kick this one off. And Smith kicks out on the inside, so finding his flow. This swell starting to fill in a little bit, and a positive start for Jordy.
Down the line, gets that lip line float, jumps off of the top, bang, straight into the corner. What a beautiful whip. Looks like he's feeling freed up out there, absolutely flowing through the rest of the wave. That's what we like to see out of Jordy. Nice and smooth right off the bat, looking super confident out there.
He'll be inspired coming up against one of his childhood heroes. And here he is, on that beautiful style on show straight away, but doesn't get that first turn right. I think he's aware that he really needs to push hard against Jordy.
Like he needs to push hard, but I also feel like he's got to be careful with that.
Jordy Smith now gets a second wave. And this one is looking pretty good too. Starting just to taper off a little bit. But Jordy knows that the opportunities will be limited, so he decides to take this one right through to the inside. Throwing plenty of spray on that last move.
Just sticks to your strengths and you go at him with the confidence, and we'll see him get big scores. So Jordy, he's sticking to his. Straight power surfing in the pocket, you know, putting the board where it needs to be on the wave, utilizing the rail and the fin. And a lot of flow. There's not much in between, and that's something that I think is really pleasant to the eye.
Michael February trying to get himself in this heat. A bit deep on the takeoff, trying to get down the line. Can't quite find the open face, so the early stages of this one not playing out.
Michael February's doing is pretty amazing, and you know, keeping those kids off the streets and in the water.
Okay, 15 and a half minutes to go. Let's see how Michael goes on this one. Looking to get himself in this heat. A stronger start on this ride. That clean flow definitely draws some unique lines for the youngster as he kicks off his best ride yet, trying to chip away at the required score.
So fun to see him and all the body parts moving around, and you never know what you're going to get. It takes a bit of time to get around it right here, but then he goes straight up into the corner and does some work, gets those fins out the back, finds a little lip line, and does well to kick out of this wave. Nice and clean on the inside. So great surfing out of Michael February there.
The lineup once again for Championship Tour competition here at Uluwatu. And Jordy Smith looking at wave number 3, straight up into the pocket. Plenty of power and water released as he then drifts the tail and floats the boat on the final section. A clean combination of 3 turns. And generally, when there's that much water coming off the rail, the judges really eat it up.
It was the type of surfing that Jordy went out there to find. And the waves are out there. You can see the waves picking up and swell filling in. And so is this man surfing. And when you come down over the corner like that over the reef, you know, it's really shallow right there right now. I mean, we don't have extreme tides at the moment. But you come down with any body part first, you're going to hit the reef for sure. So coming down over your board is a must at that point.
And it looks like he's up once again, tucking into the barrel. Beautiful view through the lip of that wave. Jordy locked in. Not a huge wave, but he found the exit.
That's the kind of surfing that gets rewarded, is when you attack that lip line and time it to a place to where he actually finished off perfectly on the end. This is that last little wave that we just saw. He found himself a perfect little bubble. Just a glass little ball there. He comes through, nothing huge, won't be a massive score or anything, but looking comfortable on the backhand, which is really a pleasure to see these guys utilizing that backhand. We're seeing a lot more surf coming down that point, like in that other shot you just saw. The wave we just had live of Jordy Smith trying to get rid of a score to try to better his situation right now, but you know, whether he did or he didn't, he's still got his opponent up against the ropes.
So that one didn't go into Jordy's top 2, just a 3.83. The 2-wave requirement remains the same for February. Needs a mid-range 3 to break combination, but wants something a lot bigger to give himself a great chance of progressing.
But definitely looking really clean on the rail. You can see Mikey February had a good intention going into that one, but got a little caught up. And that put him behind the bowl, but he did finish. Did get a little turn off the end there.
But Jordy's got the rhythm at the moment. Right behind him has this thing to deal with. Beautiful turn. Keeps that down the line flow. A nice board under his feet at the moment. Love the way he swings the tail on the end section there. So went at it, needed something a little bit more to maybe improve on the 5.5 and gave the closeout a pretty good nudge.
I like this first turn too. You know, he's eyeballing it straight into it, not speed line, and just finds a beautiful kind of smack off the top. None of those turns were crazy. Has not been able to produce the kind of wins he needs.
So time's starting to tick by, and Michael February forced to make a move on the inside here. Couple of nice backhand clouts. It is a smaller wave, so he has to really surf it hard. And I just don't know if that's going to do it for him, Jordy. He's just had that rhythm with the set waves. It's a surf with a great flow out there at the moment.
Freestyle, February. That's more like it. Nice little turn in the corner. Gets off a couple more to finish. Size of the wave going to hurt him a little bit, but definitely that was the best surfing I think we've seen him do in this heat so far. Just a little too late down the line for him to claw his way out.
You know, it isn't like he's absolutely attacking the sections, but he is doing his moves in the perfect place. Michael on the inside. That's probably his best turn in this heat. He tucks into the barrel, tries to find the light at the end, but can't quite get there.
See what I'm talking about? That's the freestyle. That's the Michael February I want to see more of. He can come out and start swinging like this right off the bat and find these kind of waves. He can be deadly. Look at that canvas. Look at that turn. Good thing would have let him out at the end. He would have gone into a great score, possibly one of the better scores of the heat. Jordy Smith, he'll be powering on through.
Yeah, pretty impressive performance. Just a well-paced effort from Jordy Smith. It looks like he's going to be continuing his rise up the Jeep leaderboard. A solid heat score total of 15.33. Stick with us, because up next, the Jeep leader will hit the lineup in that yellow jersey. Italo Ferreira up against another Brazilian in Michael Rodriguez.